Welcome to Game 44 of the Commodore Call with Joe Weil. I am Brynn Foley here at Fuller Field, where Falmouth is going to face the Bourne Braves in a do-or-die matchup. Getting that on is going to be Adam Aller out of Northwestern State tonight. How's he going to do?
Well, this will be a second start against the Braves. He pitched last time out against them. That was back on July 23rd. He actually got the loss, 4 innings, 2 runs. So the Commodores are going to need a big start out of him, and he's pitched well in certain games, has an ERA of 3.27, so certainly a reliable pitcher, one that pitches to contact, so he's just got to keep the ball low and just try to succeed. Coach
Trundy sticking with the same exact lineup as last night's game against Hyannis. What can we expect out of Falmouth's offense here tonight?
Well, they've scored 30 runs in the last 3 games. I mean, it's just been incredible the way they've been hitting. And then yesterday, down 3-1 going into the 8th inning, they get that 6-run frame in the 8th to go ahead. So they just need to continue to sustain the success that they're having. And if they do, they'll probably get a win tonight.
And Michael did catch up with our coaches here tonight at Fuller Field before this game.
Here on Sunday Conversation, joined by Falmouth Commodores manager Jeff Trundy. Coach, got to talk about your 3-game winning streak. The guys have put up double-digit runs in 2 out of the 3, 9 in the 3rd. Have you gotten the guys to come together and play as well as they have been?
Well, I think it's a credit to them. You know, I mean, I think they've persevered and gone through some struggles and certainly a lot of down moments, but, you know, they haven't given up. And I think that's what's most important. I think that's obvious to everyone and obvious, you know, to each of their teammates that they haven't given up and haven't given up on each other. So it's been extremely pleasing to see.
The guy that was just behind us a moment ago, J.J. Matajevic, he's been on a tear recently, since really mid-June, leading hitter. What has he done so well to be on this hot streak that he's been on, leading this team?
Well, J.J.'s a good athlete and he's a good hitter, but I thought early in the season, especially the first few weeks, he was just trying to do too much. And you know, he really refined his approach. And, you know, once again, I think you have to really pat him on the back and you know, give him a lot of credit for making the adjustments that he needed to make with his overall approach. And, you know, when he has the type of I hate to use the word again, but when he has that type of approach, I mean, he's a very, very good hitter.
It seems like this team, you just see the attitude. They want it more than some of the other teams might. Taking extra BP before getting on the bus yesterday and traveling to Hyannis. What have you noticed in the attitude of your team here about making a playoff push?
Well, in all honesty, I mean, I really feel, even though we've, like I said, obviously had our struggles and frustrations, I really feel we've had a good attitude all year long. You know, at times I think it's easy for the casual fan to look at the scoreboard and say, oh, these guys don't have a good attitude or they're not playing as hard as they could. But, you know, when you're with these guys every day and it's almost 24/7, to be honest with you, you know that they're really putting forth their best effort. And, you know, you may make mistakes. You may not play the way you want. You may not execute the way you want. But like I said, I have never questioned their willingness to compete. And you bring up a good point, Michael. I mean, you know, they've been in the cage every day working to get better, and that's initiated on their own. You know, that's not necessarily pushed by us. That's something that they've wanted to do, and I think that's a reflection on who they are.
And with that, how does that willingness to compete compare to other teams you've had in the past?
We've been very fortunate, you know, and I never want to get into comparing one group to another group, but we've been very, very fortunate. We've had a lot of kids go through here who have been great players and more importantly, great people. And, you know, we've had a situation where, once again, I think when we get to the close of the season, you know, I think a characteristic that we've seen is our kids don't want to go home. And they all want to get a rest. They all want to catch their breath. You know, they go right back into the fire again in a short amount of time. But you know, we've been very, very lucky and fortunate to have a group of kids that want to compete and don't want to go home, and I think that's been the normal, you know, situation here, so we're very thankful for that.
Thanks, Michael. And Joe, like I said, it's a do-or-die game here tonight, and out in Wareham, Massachusetts is the Gatemen against the Kettleers. Break down the standings here in this last game in the West Division.
Well, the Falmouth Commodores just need to win tonight because those 2 teams play each other, and the Commodores are 1 point behind both of them. So if one of those teams loses, the Commodores, if they win, will go ahead and be in 4th place. So it's just a huge game tonight, and the Commodores, well, they want to focus on that game. They just need to focus on this one. They need to just play their game tonight, try to get the win, and if they do, it takes care of business.
We'll see if Falmouth can keep up its offensive streak here tonight. Audio pregames beginning at 5:15. Game time set for 5:30. You can catch Bourne and Falmouth action on Ustream.